welcome to my channel. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. I used to love going out to nature. You know, like chilling by a lake, sitting in a camping chair, blasting some music, and just breathing in that fresh air. Life always felt too fast, so places like that helped slow everything down for me. I didn't go out with friends much. Not that I didn't have any, I just liked being alone when I did these kinds of trips. My favorite spot for a while was this place called Lost Lake. It wasn't far from where I lived, maybe like a 45-minute drive or something, and the view there was crazy. Trees all around, and in the middle, that big calm water that always looked like it was hiding something. The first few times I went, nothing weird ever happened. I just chilled, cooked some food, maybe took a nap in my car, then came back before it got too late. But that one night, that night messed me up. I still think about it sometimes when I close my eyes too long. That day I packed some food, got my chair, a little speaker, and just drove out to the lake. It was around mid-afternoon when I got there. There were a few cars parked, but I didn't see anyone. I figured they were on the trails or something. I found this little spot near the water where the grass was all flattened, like someone had camped there before. I set up my stuff, turned on my music, and just kicked back. The sun started going down, and the whole place started looking real pretty, like the light hit the water just right. I ate my food, stretched out on the chair, and just sat there staring at the trees on the other side of the lake. They looked like shadows. I was starting to get that good, peaceful feeling when you finally stop thinking about stuff. You know what I mean? But then, things started to feel weird. At first, I didn't notice it. I thought it was just the wind or something. But the air got real still, like everything just paused. Even the trees weren't moving no more. My music started sounding too loud all of a sudden, like it was bothering something. So I reached over and turned it down. That's when I started hearing it, real faint, like dragging. You ever hear someone crawling on dry grass? That slow scratching sound? Yeah. That. I looked around, but didn't see anything. It was coming from the trees, to the left of me, not too far. I stood up and squinted, but the light was already getting low, so it was hard to see. I thought maybe it was an animal, or someone messing around, so I just shouted out, "Hey! Who's there?" Nothing. No response. I grabbed my flashlight from my bag and pointed it at the trees. Nothing moved. I figured maybe I was just hearing things, so I sat back down and tried to relax again. But the sound didn't stop. It got closer. Slow, but definitely closer. I stood up again, this time feeling that tight feeling in my chest. You know when something's wrong, and your body already knows before your brain figures it out? That feeling. I pointed the flashlight again, and for a split second, I saw it. Or them. I don't even know what I saw exactly, but it was crawling. On all fours. But not like a person. The legs were too long, and the arms stretched out like they didn't have bones. I couldn't see the face yet, but the body moved real low to the ground like it was trying to be quiet. I froze. I didn't even breathe. I just watched it until it disappeared behind a tree. I waited, hoping maybe I imagined it. But then it peeked out. Just its head. And the way it looked at me, man. That's not how people look at other people. Its head was tilted and its eyes were wide, like it didn't blink. Its mouth was just a straight line, but I swear I saw it twitch like it was trying to smile. I backed up and grabbed my keys. I started putting stuff back into my car as fast as I could, but I couldn't stop looking at the tree line. I didn't see it no more, but I knew it was still there, hiding, watching me. I opened the car door and got in, locked everything, and just sat there. My hands were shaking. I told myself, maybe it was some homeless guy or a tweaker or something. Maybe someone playing a prank. But deep down, I already knew that wasn't it. It didn't move like a person. It didn't feel like a person. Then, while I sat there with the engine off, the sound came back, crawling, right outside the car. I didn't even want to look. I just sat still, holding my breath. It crawled from the front of my car to the driver's side. I could hear the dry grass pushing under its body. Then I saw the shadow move past the window. It was taller than I thought. Long arms dragged on the ground as it moved by. Then it stopped right at the door. I could see its reflection in the side mirror. It was just crouched there, breathing. Its head tilted too far to the side, like it was curious. Like it wanted to understand me. I couldn't see its face clearly, just the shape. But its fingers tapped on the door. Real slow. Tap, tap, tap. I don't know why, but I couldn't move. I should have started the car. I should have drove off. But something kept me there. Like if I moved, it would know I was really scared. So I waited. Just kept staring at the mirror. Then it stood up. Slowly, like all the bones in its body cracked on the way up. The top of its head almost reached the roof of my car. It turned and faced the window, and I finally saw its face. It didn't have eyes like ours. Just black holes. Not empty ones. Ones that looked like they go somewhere. Like if I stared long enough, I'd fall in. Its mouth opened slowly, and something came out. Not words, just sounds. Like moaning mixed with clicking. I couldn't understand it, but it didn't feel random. It was saying something. To me, I snapped out of it and finally started the engine. The lights turned on, and the thing disappeared. Not ran away, just vanished. Like it was never there. I drove out of there so fast, I didn't even care about my chair or speaker. Left everything. When I got back home, I told my older cousin about it. He listened real quiet and then asked me if I went alone. I said yeah. Then he asked if I greeted the lake spirit when I got there. I told him no, and he just nodded. He said in the old days, whenever we go to a place that belongs to nature, especially places with water, we're supposed to greet the spirit there. Just say something like, "I'm here just to relax. I mean no harm." Something simple like that. He said if we don't, sometimes they think we're being disrespectful, and sometimes the ones that crawl, they come. He didn't say much after that, just told me to stay away from Lost Lake for a while, maybe forever. I didn't need convincing. I haven't gone back since. Sometimes at night, when I close my eyes, I still hear that crawling sound, like dry grass being pushed slowly. And sometimes, just sometimes, I think I hear that tapping. So, yeah, I stayed away from Lost Lake after that. I didn't even want to think about it, to be real with you. Every time someone mentioned it or said they were going camping there, I just nodded like, oh cool. But inside I was thinking, good luck, bro. Life kind of went back to normal for a bit. Work, sleep, eat, whatever. That whole thing started to feel like a bad dream. You ever have those moments that mess you up so bad, but after a while your brain just smooths it out? Like, the edges get soft and you start thinking maybe you imagined it. That's how it was for me. Then, a few months later, I had to drive back from visiting my cousin out in the valley. I wasn't thinking about Lost Lake at all, not even a little. I had music on, snacks in the car, and the sky was dark but peaceful. You know those kind of drives where you're just vibing with the road, not really thinking about anything? That's how it started. And then I realized I was getting close to Lost Lake. Like, not the entrance or anything, but the road that passes by the outer edge, the field part. The one with that stretch of trees off to the right. I hadn't been on that road since the night. I slowed down without even thinking, not stopped or anything, just a little softer on the gas. My headlights stretched way out across the road, catching some of the field on the side. And man, that's when I saw it again. It was far, maybe 30, 40 feet off the road, but I saw it clear as day under the moonlight. Same thing. Long limbs, low to the ground. It was crawling again. But this time, it wasn't slow. It was jumping too. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but I swear to you, it was moving like a messed up animal. It would crawl a bit, then pop up like a dog chasing something, then slam back to the ground, just hopping and landing on its hands and feet like it didn't have bones. Its arms were all crooked, bent backward, like they weren't meant to move that way. And its head, God, its head kept twitching. Every time it jumped, it would snap to the side like it was listening for something. I don't know what it was doing out there, but it looked happy, like it was playing. That was the worst part. It looked like it was playing, like how a dog jumps around when it sees something fun. That's what it reminded me of. Except it wasn't a dog, and it sure as hell wasn't fun. I hit the gas and flew past that part of the road. Didn't even look back. My heart was pounding, and I just kept saying, nope, 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 over and over, like that was gonna keep it from following me or something. When I got home, I sat in my car for a long time before I even went inside. My hands were shaking again, just like the first time. I thought I was over it. I thought that thing was gone. But nah, it was still there. I didn't even have to see it up close this time to feel sick. Just watching it move like that in the field, it was enough. I haven't taken that road since. I'll drive an hour out of my way if I have to. And I never go near water at night anymore. I don't even go to the river with my cousins unless it's broad daylight and there's a bunch of us there. And sometimes, when it's late and quiet, I think about that thing jumping in the dark, just bouncing around near the tree line, like it's waiting, like it's playing a game, like one day it's gonna stop playing and come straight for me. Thank you for listening to this video. I'll see you in the next one.